Hello, hello. Welcome back to another Tarot Tuesday. This is where we draw, or I draw a tarot card and talk about what it looks like, what it feels like to me, what lessons we can take forward with it for this week. And so, yeah, I don't know how to describe how approach tarot. Basically, just that it's lessons and things that we can take forward. If you want to stick around, feel free. If you don't like it, that's fine too. I have other kinds of episodes here on the podcast as well. So, alrighty, let's go ahead and draw our tarot card for this week. And just a reminder, in case you're curious, I use the Light Seers Tarot. That's the deck that I have. So I think it's really pretty. Alrighty. Ooh, this is pretty. Okay, so it's 5 of Cups for the folks who are watching video. This is what it looks like. So we have like this really pretty kind of turquoisey teal color that kind of paints the whole picture. There's definitely like a sky with some white stars in it. And then there's an ocean, but then there's also, or I think it's an ocean, I guess it could be like hills or something too. There's like a path through there that's coming to the forefront where this woman is sitting on the ground. She's sort of squatting, but she has one leg forward, and that foot is in a cup that is like tipping out, and there's like this yellow glow that's like flowing out of it, and then it's also like it's flowing down because it's tipped over, so it's flowing down into the ground, but then there's also some of it that's like radiating up to her, and so then it's like also flowing down into like this kind of hole, it looks like, where there's something white down in the middle of that hole. So that's what I'm noticing. There's 5 cups. One of the cups is sitting right next to her, and it's got this really pretty bright colors. So there's like pink and purple and yellow, maybe a little bit green, and some more white dots in there. And she seems like, I don't know, maybe reflective or something. So just looking at it, it feels kind of calming. It feels like maybe a tiny bit lonely, but like reflective in a reflective kind of way. And she's just like soaking up this light, this maybe it's like recognizing her own power. Yeah, it's just flowing out and flowing up into her. And then she has this cup that's also like this beautiful, maybe for those of us who are artists, creatives, it's like this cup of, I don't know, beauty to share with the world. And even for those who aren't artists and creatives, we all have something beautiful to share. We all are beautiful as humans. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. To me, it feels like a lot of light. It feels like a lot of being willing to just sit and breathe and let the light fill us, and not being ashamed of sharing that light, not being ashamed of sharing that beauty and the art and the creativity and just the love and the kindness and the compassion. Last week, the card was 3 of Swords, and it was about like a lot of separation and grief and heartbreak kind of stuff. And so to me, this is saying like, even like it's still okay to embrace all of this light, to like let it fill you, even when there's a lot of sorrow, even when there has just been, or something like that. Even if like there's a lot of like grief and hard things happening in the world, and yet it's still okay to have that light inside of you. It's okay to share that light. It's okay to embrace that light and to just like let it fill your heart, and then share that with other people. So let's go ahead and see again for, I guess, folks who are watching the video. That's what it looks like. I'm sorry, my lighting isn't super great. I'll see if I can, in editing, make it any brighter. But yeah, I actually random story, not related to tarot at all. But I moved out my office so that it's like out in the playroom area now. So right now I'm not in my old office or the playroom. My partner is now has the office that I was in. So that's why my lighting isn't as nice as it used to be. I'm at the dining table. Okay, 5 of Cups. So it says, oh, and I don't know, I pretty much always pay attention to the light seer version. I don't really do shadows very much. So anyway, grieving, disillusion, disappointment, betrayal, bitterness, wallowing, self-pity, and can signify a broken heart. That's super interesting. That is super interesting. Given what it was last week, and I wasn't totally picking up. I guess I was kind of picking up on this like loneliness, this like sitting maybe with some sadness and some reflection. But and that's something like I feel like it doesn't have to mean anything specific. Like if you look at a tarot card and something else speaks to you, that's great. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, that's my own personal opinion. The illusion is lifting, and you may suddenly find yourself in the middle of a reality that is painfully disappointing. If your dark night was a result of someone else's deception, you will need to find the seeds of forgiveness in order to avoid a calloused heart. Release yourself from any guilt around the situation. When we've realized that the future we were working toward is no longer an option, it's easy to focus on the loss and allow our energy to stagnate and spiral into self-pity. Don't allow your life force to drain away with the things you once loved. Ooh, okay, so that was supposed to be like it draining away into that pit kind of thing. Allow your tender heart to navigate toward the curative magic of finding faith in your future. If you're having a hard time letting go, unhook your heart from your fragmented dreams and give yourself permission to envision a brighter future. Dismantle your grief, reclaim your happiness, and consciously step back to a path filled with hope. And then the quote is, my tender heart helps me navigate toward my bright future. So I think maybe I was picking up more on what the future looks like. The book kind of focuses a little bit more on what her feelings are right now, but I think it still was kind of the same idea moving forward. So yeah, whatever speaks to you from that of, are there things you're still letting go, you're still grieving? And if you didn't listen to my tarot card, my Tuesday tarot from last week, maybe go ahead and listen to that too, because I spoke a bit about the grief and the loss and the heartbreak. But then it's also okay to then, keep that hope, keep that light, go ahead and move forward too. And like I mentioned last week, even after the heartbreak and the grief, like once your heart is torn apart, it's never going to be the same again. But there can still be like that healing, and you still have your full heart. So, yeah, with love and with light, maybe you found something meaningful from this schooling. So, all right, I'll catch you on the next one.